Greetings, Cowboys Nation. Let's dive into another installment of updates regarding America's team. Stay engaged until the conclusion to ensure you don't overlook any developments, and subscribe to remain informed about everything concerning the Cowboys. Dak Prescott, the quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys, conveys a robust message to critical fans via social media channels. During an interaction with journalists on Tuesday, November 21st, the experienced quarterback addressed disgruntled supporters on social media. While acknowledging their sentiments, he suggests they may want to consider refraining from betting, as reported by John Makota of The Athletic. Prescott commented on the disgruntled fans, stating, "I comprehend the frustration among fans," all the while responding with amusement to the criticisms. "I empathize because I've been in a similar situation before. I find humor in it because I recognize the frustration exhibited by passionate fans. Nonetheless, there are instances when it is essential to remember that perhaps someone had their entire financial commitment on a single outcome. Once again, I extend understanding and urge restraint from engaging in gambling activities." With the legalization of gambling in numerous states and the surge in popularity of fantasy sports to unprecedented levels, supporters now place increased emphasis on the individual statistics of players and the final scores of games, rather than merely supporting their favorite team. When you amalgamate the widespread use of social media among the general populace, it creates a scenario in which numerous fans are prone to expressing pessimistic viewpoints with the mere press of a button. While Prescott was evidently jesting in his remarks, it's advisable that individuals consider this guidance seriously. Speculation surrounding the Dallas Cowboys is intensifying, connecting the franchise to the recently released standout linebacker, Shaquille Leonard. One of the primary obstacles preventing the Cowboys from acquiring Leonard was his substantial 5-year, $98.5 million contract. In the event Dallas had acquired Leonard, the team would have assumed responsibility for the remaining duration of the contract. The three-time Pro Bowler inked a deal with the Colts. Notably, it wasn't just the Cowboys who refrained from pursuing Leonard, the entire NFL did as well. This development bodes well for Dallas, affording them the opportunity to sign Leonard should there be mutual interest in negotiating a new agreement on their terms. According to ESPN's Ed Durr, the Cowboys have expressed their desire to secure Leonard, although they won't be the sole contenders pursuing the experienced player. Durr's tweet on November 22, 2023, stated, "I've been informed that the Cowboys harbor interest in Shaq Leonard, but it's likely that other playoff contending teams will also vie for the linebacker." The Cowboys face a vulnerability in their run defense, which has been further accentuated by the season-ending injury suffered by Leighton Vander Esch. It appears that the Cowboys will not be alone in their pursuit of Leonard. ESPN's Adam Schefter disclosed that the Eagles and Cowboys are prominent candidates in the quest for the star Colts' three-time All-Pro LB, Shaquille Leonard. The addition of Shaq Leonard could be a logical move for the Dallas Cowboys, particularly in light of the loss of Leighton Vander Esch for the season. This acquisition aligns with Dallas's needs, given the recent absence of Leighton Vander Esch due to injury. While the player might not currently perform at a Pro Bowl caliber, they could still be a valuable asset for the Cowboys' defensive lineup. Without delving into the on-field aspects, I genuinely believe that Shaquille Leonard could have a substantial positive influence in terms of mentorship and leadership, especially for Deone Clark and Marquise Bell. Leonard could potentially serve as the ideal guide for smaller linebackers in today's NFL landscape. Before his release, Leonard registered 65 tackles and 9 starts for the Colts this season. Leonard's exceptional performance 2 seasons ago included 122 tackles, 8 forced turnovers, 8 pass breakups, 4 interceptions, and 3 fumble recoveries in 16 starts during the 2021 season. These achievements led to Leonard receiving both All-Pro and Pro Bowl nominations. NFL Network's Ian Rappaport indicates that Leonard may take a few days to reach a decision. On November 22, Rappaport tweeted that the Colts have waived Shaq Leonard, making him an unrestricted free agent. It will be intriguing to observe the level of determination the Cowboys display in their pursuit of Leonard, especially after opting not to finalize a deal before the trade deadline. Dallas now has another opportunity to acquire a high-profile player. The Dallas Cowboys might be in search of a new starting wide receiver in 2024, as anticipated by Connor Leva in the 33rd team's 2024 NFL mock draft. The Cowboys are expected to choose University of Oregon wide receiver Troy Franklin with the 26th overall selection, according to Liv's projections. Liv attributes this forecast to the likelihood that two of Dallas' current starting wide receivers, Brandon Cooks and Michael Gallup, are likely departing. Consequently, the Cowboys have an opportunity to enhance their performance in the red zone by adding the fast 6 feet 2 inches Franklin to their roster. Brandon Cooks is set to enter free agency, and Michael Gallup is likely to become a victim of the salary cap. So bolstering the wide receiver group to alleviate the burden on CeeDee Lamb is the primary requirement for the Dallas Cowboys as they approach the offseason, as outlined by Liv. Troy Franklin stands out as one of college football's most menacing wide receivers, and his 13 touchdown receptions have the potential to aid Dallas in addressing its difficulties in the red zone and filling the void left by Cook's knack for big plays if he departs. During the current season, Franklin has amassed 68 receptions for 1,221 yards, averaging 18.0 yards per catch, and scoring 13 touchdowns. He leads the Pac-12 in receiving yards, ranking 4th nationally. Furthermore, his yards per reception is the 3rd highest in the Pac-12, while his receiving touchdowns topped the conference and ranked 2nd nationally. This junior wide receiver is renowned not only for his danger when operating in open field situations, but also for his role as a possession receiver who consistently advances the chains, according to the evaluation provided in his scouting report from NFL Draft Buzz. Franklin exhibits a fluid athletic style, characterized by explosive acceleration and the ability to swiftly stretch the field while effortlessly eluding defenders. His rapid initial step allows him to swiftly reach top speed, rendering him exceptionally formidable in open field scenarios, where he demonstrates remarkable vision and creativity in maneuvering past entire defensive units. Although Franklin tends to serve as a possession target rather than a deep threat, his competitive spirit and aptitude for generating plays after receiving the ball render him a formidable presence in the middle of the field. There is minimal uncertainty that he presently stands as perhaps the premier big play star receiver in collegiate football, and this is an attribute that the Cowboys are acutely missing in their receiving core, aside from CeeDee Lamb. Acquiring Franklin would not only prove advantageous from an on-field perspective, but it would also enable the Cowboys to economize by substituting Cooks and the high-priced Gallup with an economical rookie alternative. To provide context, the estimated salary cap value of the 26th overall selection in the 2024 NFL Draft amounts to a mere $13.5 million. In the 2023 NFL Draft, Dallas chose defensive tackle Mazi Smith as the 26th pick and currently compensates him at slightly less than $13.3 million, translating to an average annual salary of merely $3.3 million. Essentially, this sum aligns with what Franklin would earn during the initial 4 years of his professional career. In contrast, Gallup ranks as the 30th highest paid wide receiver in the league, receiving an average annual salary of $1.5 million. Additionally, his contract features a provision that allows the Cowboys to sever ties with the underperforming receiver by absorbing a $13 million financial penalty if they designate him as a post-June 1 cut. This financial obligation could be distributed over the subsequent 3 seasons, amounting to roughly $4.3 million per annum, should Franklin remain available for selection by the time the Cowboys make their late first-round pick. Given these circumstances, Dallas should unreservedly seize the opportunity to secure arguably the most formidable receiver in collegiate football.